When your stash is low, when your cash ain't full, when you need to max out your arsenal, it's time for Goodwill hunting. What is up, guys? Pone here, and today bringing you a Nerf video, and it's been a while. But it's a thrift video, and it's probably the biggest thrift video that I've done in years. Behind me, you may have noticed that things are slightly different because I moved. I tried to create the same aesthetic with the wall. I got all the custom stuff that I've made over the years, of course. But then we've got this kind of new section with some of my favorite oldies, including $2.99 Maximizer, a classic. But anyway, it's been forever. The graph for this one will be a little bit different. When I first started making graphs, which I think was around the beginning of 2017, end of 2016, up until the point when I stopped kind of thrifting for a few months, which was mid-2019, that's going to be kind of one section. So in that 2.5 year period, I got just under around 500 blasters from local thrifting only. And then I had a little bit of a lull where I was kind of out of it for a few months at the end of 2019, and then COVID happened. And I didn't thrift for a long time, or I did very intermittent thrifting. So the other section of the graph we're calling the COVID era, and it's over a 3-year period. So this graph looks absurd. Just a tiny little fraction of the Nerf I was able to accumulate over roughly the same time period. But I'm back at it. I'm quadruple vaxxed or whatever. I've gotten COVID once. And so I've just been back out there in the thrift world. The end of the COVID era is roughly mid-2022. So, which means I actually have June, July, August, September, October, full months of legit thrifting to get through for 2022. And basically, I'm just trying to say I'm back in it. I've been thrifting hard every weekend locally. So anyway, 30-ish blasters, COVID era. Let's test them out. Let's start with the common. Love me some Vortex. We'll always get the Vortex. So I got 1 Proton, 2 Proton, 3 Proton. One exciting thing about this new setup is that I'm actually shooting down a staircase, so we'll see if I can collect all these darts at the bottom of the stairs. Vortex, that just came right back. That works. Oh, that also just came right back. And 3, let's see if we can send it. Oh no, that did go down. Perfect. So 3 Protons. Already finished with the commons here. Last one to go, the Apollo in the blue variety. Ooh, right in the gut. Jumping up to uncommon because it is white. The reds and the blues are pretty common, but I've definitely seen a lot fewer of the white Apollos. I've been seeing these a little bit less, so we're going to call these uncommon, and I also love them, so another reason to call them uncommon, but I got a couple hammer shots. Alright, uncommons, got a couple nitrons. Extra happy to see the 20-round magazine for one of the nitrons. And this one feels a bit heavier, so we'll see if this actually spools up. It might have batteries in it. It does. You'll see it. Pretty sad, but hey, it works. Alright, continuing with the uncommons, we got a Mag Strike with the Mag Strike magazine. Took the time to load this up, so here's hoping that the air bladder actually functions, holds air. Always an amazing feeling coming up. That's insane. I said this time and time again, but if anyone finds a Mag Strike, please buy it thrifting, because just firing it once is worth the $5 to $10 or whatever you're going to spend. This one, $4.99. Then you know, color's different, so it jumps up a rarity. We're going with uncommon on what I describe. It doesn't have a real name, but again, the whiteout Proton. And that works. And last for the uncommons, we got a blue Chronos. And that works. Apparently I'm too close to the wall over here for anything to actually go down the stairs. Everything is just ricocheting rapidly back at me. But anyway, that's it. Commons, uncommons. Going for the rares now. I had by far the most rares in this group, and I am trying to shift my focus because accumulating blasters at the rate I was really starting to run out of room. So I'm trying to be a little more discerning. We're leaving a lot of the commons there. Always picking up Vortex, no matter what it is. Protons, Praxis, Nitron, Vigilon. I will always get those. But trying to leave some of the stuff back at the thrift shops if it's not rare or above a lot of the time. Found a boom dozer, and this was actually unmarked, so got it for $1.29. Hard to beat that. Super fun blaster. Love the big whistling darts. Basically at the point where Nerf has finally come up with like a legit grenade launcher, I would say. And then with special colors comes rarity shifts. So we're calling this strong arm a rare because this is the first time that I've seen the purple variation. In that same vein, we've got the white Vigilon. One of the Zombie Strike color variations for the Magnus. Perfect. It has been a while since I fired an Atlas. Let's see if this double balls it. Double balls. So I don't know what this is, but I got 4 of them. They hung around for weeks at $12.99, and finally when they were $1.29, I just bought them all. Because at that price, they have an air bladder inside. And how could I pass up a functional air bladder? Next up, we got a $4 clear Maverick. That works. Even the Maverick can bounce it back across the threshold. I'm calling these rare, but they might be on the precipice of epic. I'm not sure. Whiteout Mavericks. We all know the Long Strike is probably one of the most sought after thrift blasters. Or eBay blasters. But I'm not so sure about the Mavericks. Let me know what you think about the Whiteout Maverick. Oh, this one actually came with some darts. Zombie Strike dart kind of stuck in there. Now we're working. Because I love them so much, we're calling these rare. Love finding the Strife, of course. This one has batteries, but they all seem to be kind of jammed up. But that's pretty standard for Goodwill. This one's full of streamlines. Oh, not even streamlines, suction darts. Well, that's too bad. Who would do this? Who would ruin these beautiful... Oh, wow. They're so old. They're just crispy, falling apart. Hopefully this... That's wild. That's some old rubber. Now, since getting this over the past few months, I have seen more of these, but this was my first Artemis, so we're going to call this rare as of now. Works great. And finally, particularly rare because it came with a 35 round drum. Loving that, but got a Desolator. Probably my favorite blaster from the Doomlands line. Really only interested in the Vagabond other than this, but I definitely love the Desolator and how it looks. Oh yeah. Beautiful. That's right. The Desolator definitely has an interesting trigger pull. Alright, now I don't count this stuff as blasters, but I did get an epic attachment tripod for the Sonic Vulcan. Then because of its color and its Rapid Strike, always love the Rapid Strikes, but I'd never seen the fully orange stock Rapid Strike before. Another thing not in the graph, but kind of epic. It's some suction darts. But finally, I was extremely excited to see this. Actually, a friend of mine who lives a couple hours south of me texted me a photo of this next one and asked if he should grab it for me. And I said, yeah, if it's under 20, 100%. And it wasn't just under 20, it was under 10. We got a $7.99 blue Rhino Fire. I imagine a much more rare color. I don't think they produce nearly as many of the blue variety. So I was pumped to see this guy. So, last epic. That's it. That's the COVID times, the COVID thrifting. Again, I got a few months stocked up. Gonna be running some videos, hopefully get on a reasonable schedule, because I'm definitely out there. I'm out there putting in the thrift hours, trying to find the best blasters possible, tracking down those epics. Till next time, guys, you can be serious about Nerf, but don't take Nerf too seriously.